This woman is 54 years old. Liu Yelin doesn't use filters. She doesn't have a team of makeup artists. She competed at the World Aquatics Championships at 54 in a swimsuit in front of the entire world, and the internet completely lost its mind. Now here's where it gets interesting, because every article, every comment, every reaction video said the same thing: it must be her diet. And they're right, partially. But the part of her diet that's keeping her looking 30 is not what any of those articles talked about. It's not the foods she eats. It's 3 very specific foods she refuses to touch. And I promise you, at least one of them is sitting in your kitchen right now, quietly doing damage you can't see yet. We're going to get to all 3. But first, there's something happening inside your body that nobody is talking about. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your grocery cart the same way again. There's a process happening inside your body right now, and most doctors never explain it clearly enough. It's called silent chronic inflammation, and it is, without question, the #1 hidden driver of visible aging. Not wrinkles from sun exposure, not gray hair. I'm talking about the kind of aging that happens underneath, in your joints, your gut lining, your skin cells, your hormones. The kind you don't notice until one day you look in the mirror and something looks off. Liu Yelin doesn't look 30 because she found a miracle food. She looks 30 because she has systematically removed the foods that quietly trigger this inflammatory response, day after day, year after year. And here's what makes her list surprising. None of them are the obvious ones. Everyone tells you to skip the junk food. Everyone tells you to avoid the drive-thru. That's not news. What she avoids is far more specific and far more relevant to women over 50 who already think they're eating well. We're going to go through all 3, but I need you to stay with me, because the way these foods work inside your body is the part most people never explain, and it's the part that actually changes what you'll do tomorrow morning. The third one is the one I want you to pay the most attention to. It's the one almost every woman over 50 still has in her kitchen right now, convinced it's helping her age gracefully. Let's start with the first. Industrial seed oils. Not vegetable oil in general. I want to be specific. Sunflower oil, canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, the kind that sits in a clear plastic bottle on a grocery store shelf and seems completely harmless. Here's what makes these different from what your grandmother cooked with. These oils are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids. That's not automatically a problem. Your body needs some omega-6. The problem is the ratio. Historically, humans consumed roughly equal amounts of omega-3 and omega-6 fats. Today, the average person consumes anywhere from 15 to 25 times more omega-6 than omega-3. That imbalance is like leaving a slow gas leak running in your house. You don't smell it, nothing seems wrong, but eventually, something ignites. In the body, that imbalance feeds the exact inflammatory pathways that break down collagen, accelerate skin aging, and degrade joint tissue. But here's the part that most people miss entirely. You're not just consuming these oils when you cook at home. They are in almost every bottled salad dressing. They are used to roast healthy nuts and seeds at the supermarket. They are the default cooking oil in nearly every restaurant, including the ones that serve grilled salmon and steamed vegetables. You can eat what looks like a perfect meal and still flood your body with oxidized omega-6 fats. Liu Yelin cooks at home. She uses oils that are stable at high heat and structurally very different. Fats that don't oxidize and cascade into inflammation the moment they hit a hot pan. The switch seems small. The compounded effect over years is anything but. The mistake healthy eaters make. This is where I want to pause, because there's a trap that catches even the most health-conscious women over 50. You clean up your diet, you stop eating fast food, you start reading labels, you feel like you're doing everything right, but the inflammation doesn't stop, because it was never coming from the obvious places. It was coming from the foods you trusted, the dressing you put on your salad, the heart-healthy crackers, the roasted almonds from the health food store, all of them made with the same seed oils. This is exactly why Liu Yelin's approach isn't a diet. It's an education. She doesn't avoid bad-looking foods. She avoids foods she understands the biology of. Now, the second food on her list. And I told you this one would surprise you. Healthy breakfast foods, marketed for women over 50. I want you to think about the breakfast aisle at your grocery store. The granolas, the fortified cereals, the oat-based bars, the low-fat yogurts with fruit on the bottom. They carry words like natural, wholesome, fiber-rich, antioxidant. Some of them have pictures of women hiking mountains on the packaging. Here is what they almost never tell you. Many of these products spike your blood sugar just as aggressively as a candy bar, sometimes more. Why does that matter for aging? Because of a process called glycation. When blood sugar spikes repeatedly over time, sugar molecules attach to proteins and fats in your body, including the collagen and elastin in your skin, the structures that keep skin firm and youthful. Once glycation occurs, it creates compounds called advanced glycation end products, fittingly abbreviated as AGEs. AGEs make tissue stiff, dull, and visibly older. They accumulate. They don't reverse easily. And they are being formed every single time your blood sugar spikes dramatically, even from healthy sources. A low-fat granola with dried fruit and honey, a bowl of oat cereal with skim milk and banana, a flavored yogurt with fruit syrup. These are genuinely well-intentioned breakfasts. They are also reliable glycation triggers for women over 50 whose insulin sensitivity has shifted. Liu Yelin's breakfast looks nothing like the women's wellness aisle. It looks boring by comparison. But boring, in this context, means her blood sugar is steady, her collagen is intact, and her skin cells are not being degraded from the inside out before she's even left the house. Now, we need to talk about the third food, because this one is the most invisible, and in my opinion, the most important. Almost everyone we've spoken to about this topic, women who are active, who eat clean, who take care of themselves, they're all still consuming this third food regularly. And the reason they haven't connected it to aging is because the effect is hidden 2 steps away from where you'd expect to see it. It doesn't show up on your skin immediately. It doesn't make you feel bad the next day. It works slowly, quietly, through your gut. Artificially sweetened light and diet products. Not sugar. We all know sugar is a problem. I'm talking about its replacement. The artificial sweeteners and synthetic additives that fill light, sugar-free, diet, and low-calorie products. Aspartame, sucralose, acesulfame K. These are in diet sodas, flavored water enhancers, protein snack bars, light dressings, sugar-free chocolates, and dozens of products marketed specifically to health-conscious women over 50. Here is what the research is increasingly revealing. These compounds don't just pass harmlessly through your body. They interact with your gut microbiome, the ecosystem of bacteria that controls far more than digestion. Your gut microbiome regulates inflammation. It influences hormone balance. It determines how well you absorb the nutrients that feed your skin, your hair, your energy. When certain artificial sweeteners disrupt the microbiome, and multiple peer-reviewed studies now suggest they do, the downstream effect is systemic. More inflammation, more hormonal disruption, skin that doesn't recover the way it should, energy that feels unstable, sleep that doesn't restore. Liu Yelin doesn't drink diet anything. She doesn't use sugar alternatives. When she wants something sweet, she eats the whole food that contains it, because the fiber, the water content, and the natural structure of that food changes how her body processes every gram of sugar in it. The sweetener-free approach isn't a sacrifice for her. It's the reason her biology functions like someone 2 decades younger. The real takeaway. Here's what I want you to sit with after this video. We talked about 3 foods, but if you walk away thinking this was a list, you missed the point entirely. The reason Liu Yelin looks the way she looks at 54 is not because she memorized 3 things to avoid. It's because she understands one single mechanism, and she protects against it relentlessly. Silent inflammation. Everything she eats, everything she avoids, it all comes back to one question. Does this calm my body down, or does it quietly set it on fire? Seed oils, silent fire. Blood sugar spikes from healthy breakfasts, silent fire. Gut disruption from artificial sweeteners, silent fire. None of these feel dramatic in the moment. That's exactly what makes them so dangerous over decades. You are not aging because of one bad meal. You are aging because of thousands of small decisions that each added a tiny amount of inflammation, compounded silently over years. That's the real secret, and it means the opposite is also true. Every day you make a different choice, you are compounding in the other direction. That's the part most people never hear, and that's the part that actually changes everything. If this changed the way you're thinking about what's in your kitchen right now, leave a comment below and tell me, which of these 3 foods surprised you the most? And if you know someone who is eating clean, but still not seeing the results they deserve, share this with her. Because sometimes the problem isn't effort, it's information. I'll see you in the next one.